As the horsemeat scandal spreads across Europe, EU ministers will hold a snap meeting in Brussels on Wednesday to discuss a Europe-wide response to the crisis. The controversy began when DNA tests revealed that some products sold across Europe were labelled as beef but in fact contain up to 100% horsemeat. The European Commission said on Monday that the scandal is not a health safety issue but a labelling problem. It insisted that it's up to the member states to carry out investigations.
We're not talking about a health safety issue here. The European Union can intervene in relation to the circulation of goods when there is a health risk, when people fall ill, when people die. Here we're talking about labelling. Somebody, somewhere in Europe, sent a supplier meat that wasn't properly labelled. The rules in those cases are as follows. Once a food product, or indeed a non-food product, we'll look at that on Wednesday, but once a food product is placed on the market in the European Union, it is up to member states to determine whether the product is risk-free or not.
The scandal has already impacted distributors in the UK, France, Sweden, Ireland and Romania. It has also raised concerns over the complexity of the food supply chains in Europe.
Initial findings suggest suppliers in Romania who supplied a producer in France who then sent the products on to Luxembourg for processing, and the product then ended up on the European market. All food in the European Union is traceable. If at some stage it becomes clear that there has been fraud, then we find ourselves in a business-to-business context. So if there is fraud somewhere along the chain, then the operators have to sort this out through legal channels.
Horsemeat is edible. However, there are growing concerns that this meat may have come from work and sports horses not fit for human consumption. Brussels insisted on Monday that there is no evidence that the horsemeat itself poses a threat to human health. No bans on imports are envisaged so far.
We're not talking about a food safety issue. Nobody got sick, as far as I know. It's just a labeling issue. So at this stage, a ban on anything would not be appropriate. Indeed, a member state can, in particular, check whether or not, as you mentioned, there could be drugs which may have been used for the horses in question. But this is not where we are now. The member states could do it, but right now we're trying to find out precisely who has done what and when and since when.
Meanwhile, Romanian Prime Minister Victor Ponta angrily denied on Monday any allegations of fraud over horsemeat sold as beef in Romania.